It's time for Down on the Corner with Dale Hoffman, North Arkansas's premier news talk program. Brought to you by Brewed Awakening Coffee, with 3 locations to serve you. Baxter Regional Medical Center lobby, Highway 62 412 at Balmer Boulevard, and the Walmart East Plaza. And now, Down on the Corner.
Good morning, North Central Arkansas, Southern Missouri. It is Wednesday, December 4th, 2019.
Woo-hoo. It's hump day, middle of the week.
There you go.
We're here.
Yep.
We made it.
How's everybody doing?
Doing all right.
Yeah, doing good today, Caden?
Yes.
Good. Everybody's doing good. Have some nice weather this week.
That's what it's looking like.
Yeah.
It's a little chilly in the morning, which is to be expected this time of year. I'll take what we've got. I'm happy.
Yeah.
Because it could be a lot worse.
3 weeks till Christmas.
Bring on the snow.
Well, yeah, around Christmas would be fine.
You got to have snow for Christmas.
Yeah.
Do you like snow?
Yes.
Do you?
See, you got to have snow for Christmas. See?
Yeah, around Christmas it's fine.
Gotta
Just
have,
where you can still get out and travel without any hazards, stuff like that. You know, nice little dusting. 1 or 2 inches.
oh, blow us under. Get it over with.
Chimney high, huh?
There you go. Now we're talking.
Well, how's Santa going to get in the chimney if you got snow covered?
Santa's got his ways.
He's got it made, doesn't he?
It don't matter. He's going to get in your house. He's going to take care of things.
Oh, welcome to Down on the Corner program. Dale Hoffman, your host, along with Scooter Callis. Our prayer today will be given by Caden here in just a minute. We want to talk about our sponsor, Brewed Awakening Coffee. They've been with us for many, many years. As you heard in the introduction, 3 locations to serve you. Balmer Boulevard, Baxter Regional, and of course 62 East Plaza out by Anytime Fitness. Brewed Awakening Coffee, the best coffee in town. Don't take my word for it. Stop by any of the 3 locations and check out their vast menu board.
They got cinnamon rolls that are huge.
That big.
Fill up a whole plate.
I mean, they are great cinnamon rolls. Check out the 3 locations right now. Baxter Regional under remodeling in the main hallway. So Brewed Awakening is out by the cafeteria and a little trailer. And so be sure to take advantage of that. And then they'll be back in a very nice little coffee shop there at Baxter Regional here in a few weeks. We hope maybe by the first of the year. Check them out, Brewed Awakening Coffee. If you're not drinking Brewed Awakening, you're just drinking muddy water. Went by there yesterday and they were busy as they could be.
Oh, and, always.
Yep. They've got the mochas, the lattes, and they've got all this. They had some type of butter flavored something latte. I got all kinds of stuff.
I'm not into all that.
I'm just
to each his own.
Good old coffee. So after about 3 cups, you have to shave again. Yeah.
You know, these people that realize, hey, I know exactly what I want to drink. I need 2 shots of this put in it, 2 shots of this mocha.
Mm-hmm.
I need it heated to 185 at a certain time. Like, that is crazy.
Mm-hmm. Just give me.
How much did you go through before you realized, hey, this is what I like. This is what my body wants.
I sweeten it just a little bit, and I got a little creamer in it, and that's about it. That's what I like. You know, if I don't
if
have that,
I
I drink it black. So.
If I ever drink coffee, it's straight black.
Straight black. Yeah. Brewed Awakening Coffee, the best coffee in town. 3 locations to serve you here in Mountain Home. Check them out. If you're not drinking Brewed Awakening, you're just drinking muddy water, right? Right. Yep. Roller Funeral Homes of Arkansas bring the morning prayer each and every day with all our respect. Roller Funeral Homes. 29 in the state to serve you. And of course there's 1 in Memphis, Tennessee, and right here in Mountain Home. Talk to Charlotte, Bruce, Brad, Chris, anybody there can help you. Very professional, caring, loving. They've got it covered. Emergency situation, need to pre-plan, whatever it may be. Roller Funeral Homes, with all our respect. And under that logo, with all our respect, that's the truth right there. With all our respect, Roller Funeral Homes. Today, Caden is here from the Mountain Home Christian Academy. She's in the 6th grade. And if you can help the Mountain Home Christian Academy financially, you can call them at 424-6622. No Common Core is taught and no government money is accepted. And so Caden is here to do our morning prayer. Are you ready?
I am.
There you go.
Dear Lord, thank you for another day you have blessed us with. We pray that you will be with the military and our government, and that they will make the right decisions needed for our country. Please help us to remember what Christmas is about and not to get caught up in all the gifts and fun things happening around the holidays. Please keep everyone safe while traveling at Christmas time. Be with the people who need our prayers that we do not know or are not mentioned. We love you and are grateful for everything that you've done for us and are going to do. We pray this in Jesus' name. Amen.
Amen.
Morning prayer today by Caden, 6th grade student, Mount
Good
Christian Academy.
job.
Once again, 424-6622 if you can help them financially. Great job. How's school going?
Good.
What's your favorite subjects? We got a tally going over here.
Probably math.
Whoa. Yes.
That's 2 in a row?
2 in a row. I'm doing good.
What about history?
That's second favorite.
What's your least favorite?
Reading.
Reading. That's first one on the least favorite, though.
Yeah.
Math has been top of the line on the least favorite, believe it or not. And I love math. Math was my favorite. So.
Really?
Yes.
What
It's
was-
good to see a couple of them come in.
What was your favorite part of math? Algebra, trig, geometry?
I liked I liked all of it, to be
Really?
honest with you. I liked working with numbers.
Really?
Yeah. I had no. It came easy compared to other things, and I wasn't a big history buff. I love history, but I hated history class. You got to remember exact dates here and the dates here, and I liked to see the history and what happened and this and that, but I didn't have to like memorizing all the dates. And then as soon as you get it down, they go to another section of history. Now you got to learn all new
the other
dates.
dates, yeah.
So
Just say sometime between January 1st and December 31st. You got it covered.
there you go.
What part of history you like to study? You like it back in the 1700s, 1800s, the 1900s?
Probably 17 or 18.
Really? Yeah. Fun time. Fun to study about. Once again, Mount Christian Academy, they take no government monies, teach no common core, 424-6622. Their location is just off the bypass. They're across the street from Mountain Home Baptist Church. I'm glad you came in today.
Me too.
And weather time, huh?
All right, you got to make a trumpet
You gotta do a
sound.
trumpet
Can you
sound?
Can you make a trumpet noise?
Neither one of us can do it very well, so I mean, you're going to be doing both of
It's
it.
all you. We're gonna put you on the spot here,
I can't do a trumpet noise.
but you got to try.
Come on, Scooter. You
Can
haven't done
try?
it for a week.
I can't do it.
Dun, dun, dun.
See, he can't do it either.
I have no voice. I'm still fighting my voice from last Saturday. This coaching stuff is just taking it right out of my voice.
Weather brought to you by the Z-Team. Bob and Linda's the door for all your real estate needs. 870-405-0793. Retire to Arkansas.net for all your real estate needs. And let's take a look at the White River today. Well, let's take a look at the fog above the White River today. It's funny look how low it is. You can see the sunrise.
Oh yeah, that's
see
a
the
pretty shot
horizon.
though. Right above the clouds, it going through, and
Actually, there's a city up underneath those clouds. It's the city of
Here's
Powder.
the
That's what it's
daytime
supposed to look
shot.
like. See there, Caden?
see how high we are
That's
on
what
the
it-
shot. That's the same exact shot. The only difference
when was that
is
taken? Late
it's not-
September, early October.
Yeah, I don't know.
But look at the horizon right here. Look at the sunrise right there.
It's pretty.
Wow.
You never know what you're going to get with this.
Never
That's
know.
what I like.
Never know. You can go to the website retiretoarkansas.net, hit the live cam, and you can see this right on your own device. There's a little camera icon you can click. You can save the picture.
It's really cool to watch storms come through with
Y'all
lightning
see
and
the
everything.
lightning. Yeah.
Go across the sky in there. That's pretty neat.
Weather brought to you by the Z-Team. Bob and Linda Zora. Would you like to do the temperatures today for us? Yeah, you can scoot over a little bit and see this, and I'll move my microphone. Just say like Mountain Home 40.
Mountain Home 40, Flippin 39, Harrison 42, Yellville 39, Salem 39, Calico Rock 40, Mountain View 27, St. Louis 38, and Poplar Bluff 33, West Plains 39, Branson 37,
And this is Watford City, North Dakota.
Watford City is 25.
25. Wow.
Not too bad.
She'll be on Channel 3 in 20 years.
Yeah, she's got this down.
Take a look at the radar on the national scene. We got showers of all places: California, Arizona, and New Mexico. The desert's getting rain. Of course, it's always raining in Seattle or foggy or cloudy up there. But overall, in the Midwest, Louisiana, Arkansas, Missouri,
Put that in
Illinois, and
motion.
Iowa, all clear.
Put that in motion, would you?
All right.
See which way that storm's coming through, coming out of. Oh,
Looks
it's
like it's
moving
going north.
really slow though.
Yeah. Well, that ought to put some fires out there, shouldn't it? They still having fires out there?
I don't know. I hadn't heard of it.
I hope not. The fires are terrible out there. Anyway, they're finally getting some rain in California. Arkansas, Missouri, Illinois, Iowa, Tennessee, Mississippi, all clear right now. We'll zoom in and take a look at those highways for you. 62, 412 east and west should be a pretty drive across the state. 65 north south Little Rock Branson in good shape. 67, 167 Little Rock Poplar Bluff and around Batesville looking good. Interstates 30, 40, 49, 55, 555 in Arkansas clear at this time. In Missouri, I-70 Kansas City, Jefferson City to St. Louis clear as a bing bell. I-44 Joplin, Springfield, Lebanon, Rolla to St. Louis looking good there. I-55 coming in from Memphis, Blytheville on up to St. Louis, good shape. I-64 from East St. Louis, Illinois, east to Mount Vernon, Evansville, Indiana, looks good. I-70 Vandalia, Effingham in good shape, and I-24 at 57. Not bad at all. No watches or warnings anywhere around West Virginia, getting a little bit of snow warning, a little bit in Arizona, Colorado, and Utah. Not bad at all, looking good. What do you think the forecast is this week? Sunny and 59 today.
Good.
Mostly cloudy tomorrow. High of 59. We got some good temperatures. Friday, 51 degrees. Saturday, 52 degrees. Bright, sunshiny skies. Sunday, 58 degrees.
Did you say there was some rain coming in, you said?
40% on Thursday night.
Oh, okay.
So slight chance of rain Thursday night and mostly cloudy on Friday.
I can live with that.
Checking I-Drive, Arkansas. We have no accidents or slow traffic anywhere in the state. Everything looks good there. We'll check Missouri real quick. They still have this little flood box here.
It's probably some damage. I guarantee it's still not flooded. It's just got some damage when it came through.
It's a state route.
Because once they mark that, it will stay up until anything's
fixed,
repaired from it.
That's State Road BB closed westbound and eastbound due to flooding in Missouri. And they're normally pretty good about updating that map. So anyway, the morning weather is brought to you by the C Team. Bob and Linda Zador for all your real estate needs. 870-405-0793. And I haven't said in this while, but some of my friends that are watching in the St. Louis area, whether you're in the Illinois side of the river, the Missouri side of the river, y'all are going to get ready to retire pretty soon. You're going to be coming down here. So call the Z Team now and start looking for some property and planning ahead. Looking forward to having some friends come down from St. Louis and live down here for I haven't seen them in 40 or 50 years. We get it a little bit old.
No comment.
Listen to him.
No comment.
When you call the Z Team, don't forget that Linda is a professional stager. She sets the house for the staging for that certain IPL. Like, ooh, I like that. So
now keep in mind, there's no cost for any of the extras.
Yeah, when you get the Z Team, I mean, from Mountain View to Marshall to Mountain
you're getting
Home,
the whole team, and you're getting
West
everything
Plains,
that comes with it.
You've got the team behind you right there. So give them a call, 870-405-0793. Community calendar time, and we have the Gassville Volunteer Fire Department Auxiliary Jewelry Fundraiser is December 5th from 5:30 to 7. Not a lot of information here, but you go to the Gassville Fire Department at 206 School Street in Mountain Home. From 5:30 to 7, you order what you need, and you will have your gifts before Christmas. Not bad at all.
There you go.
And then coming up on the 7th, this Saturday. Wow, coming up fast. Holiday Craft and Bake Sale, Saturday, December 7th, 8 to 2 at Redeemer Lutheran Church Fellowship Hall, 5 North at North Street. $3 for chicken noodle soup and crusty bread from 11 to 1. $50 gift card drawing. Enjoy free coffee or spiced apple cider. All proceeds support the Ozark Center of Hope. And real quick, we're about on time.
We're ahead. We're good.
We're ahead. The 4th annual Christmas Bake Sale at Van Mater Senior Activity and Wellness Center is Thursday, December 12th from 9 to 4. Pies, cakes, cookies, and so much more. And then they have their Christmas country music and dinner from 11 to 12:30 on the same day. Sponsored by Ignite Nutrition, Royal Storage, and Furniture Depot, featuring country singer Joshua Michael. Once again, that's Christmas dinner at 11 a.m. on the 12th at the Van Mater Senior Center. Would you like to take us to break?
Hold on. We got to ask her what's going on over there at Christian Academy. You're just trying to rush this through, Dale.
Well, I'm watching the clock.
When have you ever done that?
Yeah.
All right, what's going on over Christian Academy? What do you guys got coming up?
Basketball
I know
game.
you guys are doing basketball right now.
We had one last night.
Oh, who won?
We did.
Yay. Who were you playing against, do you know?
The Harrison Eagles.
Wow,
Ooh,
that's good.
Good job. Good
That's
job.
good. Wow.
I'm impressed. Do you play basketball?
I did last year.
Did you?
That's good. That's good.
Cool.
All right. Now are we ready?
Now, if she's ready.
Look at which camera, this one right here?
Yeah.
Look at that camera right there. Say, we need to take a break. We'll be right back.
We need to take a break. We'll be right back.
Hey, good.
When I grow up, I want to save lives, like a superhero, and show up when people needed me.
When I grow up, I want to do animations. I want to create characters that can fly.
No matter what it is you want out of life, there is a path to get there.
When I grow up, I don't know what I want to do when I grow up, but I know I want to go to college.
Arkansas State University Mountain Home. Take your first step at asumh.edu.
I've had hair problems since about 98, and all the doctors want to do is put me on medicine. And I started coming here, and he started adjusting me. I can get up and walk a lot better. I don't have near as much pain. And the laser treatment he did on my neck and back, it helped my pain in my neck probably 75–80%. I'd recommend that for anybody that's got any kind of pain. It does wonders.
Your car is a member of the family. It takes you where you need to go, and it makes sure you are safe at all times. When a wreck or accident happens, trust the only place that will treat you and your vehicle like a person, not a number. From collision repair and windshield replacement to paintless dent repair and hail damage removal, Dent Boys can cover all your automotive repair needs and make sure you are satisfied every step of the way. Call or visit the professionals at Dent Boys today and see the Dent Boys difference.
So there I was, naked as a jaybird in the shower with soap in my hair and eyes when I lost water pressure down to a dribble. I immediately grabbed my towel and dialed up Jake at JM Sales and Pump Service. Jake came right over and fixed my water pressure. Now I can take my showers with confidence. Just call Jake.
For all your sales and pump needs, just call Jake at JM Sales and Pump Service, 870-431-5445. He offers high-quality stay-right products.
Hi, we're Bob and Linda Zadora, the Z Team at Century 21 Lemac Realty, and we'd like you to meet the rest of our team.
When you are working with the Z Team, you will find that not only are they down-to-earth people, but they are trained professionals who work with downsizers, first-time homebuyers, and clients who may want to relocate to our beautiful Ozarks. Our team has agents who specialize in lake and river properties, listing and selling raw land, acreage, and all residential homes. Listing your property with the Z Team will help get it sold with unmatched Century 21 global marketing. You can find out more at retiretoarkansas.net. Take a step back in time when going to a barbershop meant more than just getting a haircut. Come into Legionnaire Barbershop today, a unique gentleman's barbershop. Get back in style with 2 experienced licensed barbers who are trained in tonsorial arts and lock removal and are happy to give you a straight razor shave. Legionnaire Barbershop is veteran-owned and operated and located at 1041 Highland Circle, Suite 55 in Mountain Home. For a full, old-fashioned barbershop experience, stop by Legionnaire Barbershop today. And we're back at 718 with Mountain Home Mayor Hillrey Adams. And can you believe it's been almost a year?
We're starting 12 months.
Can you believe that?
Yeah, it seemed like 2 weeks.
I think you did the show like 23 or 24 hours after you were sworn in last year in January.
It was less than a full 24 hours from the time I was took the oath.
So I went down to the swearing-in ceremony. Went to see. Let's see. I think they swore. I think it was Andrew Bailey. The Judge Bailey was sworn in. I think that day. And then went over to swearing-in ceremonies, and in 23 hours you got to do the show.
Yeah,
what a fast year that's been.
It's been a very, very fast year. Been a fun year for me.
Well, I'll tell you what, give you a strand of Christmas lights, and you'll go around the square several times, won't you?
Yeah.
Have you been down there?
It
looks good.
A lot going on in the town. That's what makes it the time fly fast.
And with the Christmas festival coming up on Friday evening, starting at 4 o'clock, and the 30-foot Christmas tree, I just happened to catch Tim Coleman and Teresa Waymeyer pulling the trailer and setting it up. You had crews out there setting that tree, and over there at the plaza. And while we've had a tradition since 1971, 72, it's good to see a little bit of change.
Yeah. It's good to see new stuff happening. That keeps life in it. And I'm really looking forward to Friday night.
I'm too.
The Chamber of Commerce and First Security Bank have done a great job putting this thing together, and we just need to get out there and get plenty of folks out there. And remember, the square on, I think it's going to be on the 6th Street side. They're going to have some vendors set up and some activities there for different folks to have something to do, some people singing and stuff like that, and some vendors. But normally you stood along the side of the street, watched the parade, and when the last part went by you, it was over. Now we want to see people migrate down to the plaza, because that 30-foot tree that First Security put up will be lit after the parade. I think that's going to be approximately 7:15 that they'll turn the lights on for that. And that's really going to be a plus for the community, and we want people to migrate down to that area.
But even now, Mayor, you know, you drive down like this morning, you got ribbons and wreaths and stuff hanging on the lights. You've got the lights, you know, at night. It's just so nice.
It's looking better. We got some more to do, but it looks better than it did last year at this time. And, you know, it's something that we need to do. I can't believe the amount of people in the community that contacted me yesterday, saw that tree going up, and all we did is help stand it up, our street crew, and secure the thing. You know, it wouldn't be happening if it wasn't for the First Security Bank and the Chamber of Commerce.
Thanks to First Security Bank, Tim Coleman, Teresa Waymire, and their staff. Very good job. You know, very good.
They've done a good. I mean, we just need a nice weather Friday.
Yeah.
Well, I think we got
it.
I
Need
think
everybody to get out there and see something a little bit different this Friday.
Of course, it can change, but right now, Friday night will be. Well, we got a high of 51 on Friday with a low of 32 degrees, but that'll occur probably after midnight.
It should be a good evening. You know, we're going. We had a meeting yesterday at the Chamber and the Police Department, and we've got plans into. We're going to be modifying the street closure just a little bit from what we've done in the past, because we want people to be able to cross from the plaza over to the courthouse to where the vendors are and do that.
And you know something I enjoyed several years ago, maybe 10, 15 years ago, I don't know what group it was, but they did Dickens on the square. Remember the Dickens?
Oh, that was during my time that I was out.
Was it?
Yeah.
I don't know what year it was, 2003, 4. I enjoyed that. It was fun. It was cold as everything, but no pun intended, cold as the Dickens. But
you know, I just want to encourage folks to get out there Friday night and hopefully see something different. And it's actually called the Mountain Hometown Christmas Festival.
Mountain Hometown Christmas Festival.
And, you know, where the Chamber's help and First Security, you know, we want to see it grow. We want to see it get bigger. We want to see more vendors next year, and we want to make this an event rather than just a pure Christmas parade. That's what we're trying to do.
And I got to admit, Mayor, I like to see the improvements in what Teresa Waymire and Angela Broom were talking about when they were here last week. I made the comment, and I'm going to stand firm, the Christmas parade, to me, is not a bunch of tow trucks with Christmas lights.
Yeah.
But that's what it's been. I went to a Christmas parade, there had to be 15 tow trucks with a string of Christmas lights across the door.
Yeah.
That's not a parade to me.
Well, you know, I had a lady yesterday ask me about something she was interested in getting in a parade, and I told her to contact the Chamber. I like to see people want to participate. They're willing to support the community in some form or fashion, and where they get out there and they got a float with a group of kids on it, and you know, some sort of Christmas scene or something, or where they're putting some lights on a tow truck and driving down through there. You know, they're getting involved in the event, they're participating.
Now, if the truck is pulling something, it's different.
They're proud to be a part of it.
But I'd like, you know, and stuff like that, I'd like to see
county parade. I'm looking forward to Friday night.
It's going to be good. I am too.
And hopefully we're going to see something that's a little bit different down there and encourage people to get.
So where did this idea
Friday
come from? I mean,
I think this was basically a chamber initiative. You know, they've been sponsoring a parade for years. And now that we've created that entertainment district down there, and part of the reasons behind that were to create events and bring events to downtown.
Yeah.
You know, and get more people coming to the area. I think the Chamber saw this as an opportunity to take their Christmas parade, add something to it, and hopefully draw more people down there. And so I'll give them all the credit in the world for coming up with this. And we're just we're just glad to be able
It's gonna
to
be fun.
support them and help them in any way we can with
And
this
I tell you
thing
what,
right
with all of this coming up, I sure miss that old time restaurant.
Oh man, it'd be nice to be able to walk in there Friday night and get a cup of coffee. You'd think the guy that owned that would maybe get him a portable coffee pot and a table.
Well, we got
and
a
sit out
table
there
sitting
and
back there. You
serve
can
coffee.
set
There you go. There you go.
Right. He could visit with a lot of folks that evening.
There
right
you go.
Yeah.
Maybe he can stir up some biscuits and
I don't
gravy
know
or
if he's
something.
in the room, but maybe he'll pick up on that hint.
You know,
Maybe
I
he's
tell you
watching
what,
from home.
I've never seen one place affect a community like not having an old time restaurant.
Yeah,
I
it
mean,
is.
that's
Big loss. Hopefully we'll see something.
because I remember last Christmas Eve. I woke up and thought, I'm going downtown for. It's just the square was pretty.
Mm-hmm.
There was a few decorations turned on. It was about 7 o'clock, so it was just becoming daylight. So peaceful.
Yeah.
And then you go in, you're welcomed by the staff, and they've got some Christmas decorations. It's just nice.
Yeah.
And I really miss it. I really do.
Yeah. We need those places down there. So hopefully we'll get something back. Down
Well, I
there.
see a letter signed by Asa Hutchinson here. I
You-
think he's
you
kind of like the
do.
governor.
We got one from the governor this week. We had a great afternoon when we got to open this up. The grant application that we had filed with the Department of Parks, Heritage, and Tourism. It was part of their outdoor recreation grant program. We had requested a project with a total cost of $48,000. We would have to match half of that amount. So that put us at somewhere in the 120 plus range that we were going to have in it. 130. Well, it was actually a project to make some improvements at Callista Willette Park, at the
$124,000.
baseball complex, and to add some equipment up at Keller Park. And
You mean no more splinters in our butt off those bleachers?
none. It's fixing to change at Callista Willette. And we went down there that day. We got 5 minutes to go in front of that committee, and they do a slideshow for you, and they prepare that. You make the pictures and send to that committee, and their staff puts it together. It had been since 1978
I know.
since Mountain Home had received a grant from that organization. We got the title and the deed to Callista Willette Park October 31st of 1977. So after we get the park property, we get a grant next year, and we hadn't had anything since. And part of that's our own fault. But we're going to change that. And we got 5 minutes to make a presentation. Got there at 9:30. Our time was 11:15, I believe. So we sat there approximately 2 hours. And imagine somebody from every town just about getting up there, and they got 5 minutes to plead their case. So this organization had a lot of things to look at. And they asked me a question at the end of my presentation. If I could only get part of this, what part did I like? Well, the one at Callista Willette, if you know out there at the concession stand, you got to go down some steps. It's hard to get down to those lower 2 playing fields. And so we're going to change the accessibility up.
Oh, really?
there.
What you doing?
We're putting in some, those steps will probably be gone. And we're going to have like a ramp that'll go down with a turn in it.
Mm-hmm.
Make it handicap accessible. Someone can get down there on a walker. Or
Wish I had $1 for every time I went up and down them steps.
We're gonna change that. But I took Christy Kern with me from the chamber, and we timed it to where I spoke about 3.5 minutes, and gave Christy about 1.5 minutes, and she did a great job of kind of closing the.
With her personality,
yeah.
she did a good job.
She really did.
She could sell air conditioning
so we got,
to Eskimos.
What the committee did is they actually awarded us $96,500, and that's going to take care with our match, the Callista Willette project. We're still going to try to find another way to make some improvements at Keller. It didn't get approved with this part of it because they have so many requests down there, and I just feel very blessed and fortunate to get what I got.
Yeah.
Now, at Calista Willette, what we're basically going to be doing is from the concession stand down the hill to those two fields, we're going to improve accessibility. We're also going to take on the outside, those fields are now the Ritter Communication Field and the next Powered by NAEC field. From first base to third base on both of those fields, we're going to excavate all that out, take those old wooden bleachers out, and we're going to dispose of those things. And we're going to pour concrete aprons that'll be on the outside of that backstop. Everything will be concrete. We're going to take care of a drainage problem that covers, I think it's the first base of the Ritter field has always got a water issue. We're going to take...
That'd be the 12-year-old field in there?
I believe so.
The first one with the batters out?
No, not the next one.
The
next one.
Okay,
Yeah, the next one over.
Oh, I've seen that thing 3 days after rain, still draining.
And you know, we think the city engineer and street department have come up with a plan that we think by going in there and doing some
You
stuff,
see what happens, you've got that upper
water.
field.
Correct.
And the water comes down. Oh,
so all of that'll get concreted, the drainage should get fixed. It's going to be easier to clean. Plus, we're putting in aluminum bleachers all around those two fields. And those bleachers will have sunshades over them. So now you can sit there and under an awning type thing, it'll be a canopy. And then we're going behind the concession stand. You know, if you've got a kid out there playing ball, but you've got one or two that aren't, and you're trying to keep those corralled so you can watch one on the field, there's not a lot for them to do except maybe throw pea gravel at each other. Up there in that playground, there's one swing set and then some sort of climbing bar. That's all that's out there.
That's it.
So we're putting in some playground equipment up there on that. We got one piece that'll go in there, and that'll give those kids that aren't out on that field some other things to do.
There you go.
And we're going to keep trying to find something to, you know, I'd really like to do that Keller project this year as well, but we're going to start with this. And I think the reason they approved what they did on this one, and I've learned, is they really like projects that improve accessibility.
Yeah.
And this is going a long way towards doing that.
You know, I've seen grandpas and grandmas out there trying to navigate those steps coming up right there.
Or they sit up on the hill.
And they sit up on the hill with lawn chairs looking, you can't sit that well because the bleachers block it. But yeah, wow. 7:32 and we're 7:33. We need to take a quick break. More with the mayor of Mountain Home right after this.
End of the year clearance on all G3 boats and Yamaha motors at Henderson Marine. Come check out the low prices on 2019 model G3 fishing boats and G3 Suncatcher pontoons. Henderson Marine offers in-house financing and is your local authorized Yamaha service center. Need parts, accessories, water toys? They got them too. Need to winterize? Call Henderson Marine today to schedule your winterization. When maintenance matters, call Henderson Marine at 870-488-5600.
Come see us today at Henderson Marine.
Whether you're a professional lawnscape contractor or a homeowner in need of quality lawn equipment, Moran's Lawn & Garden has you covered. Moran's is the longest originally owned lawn and garden business in Mountain Home, with a 5,700 square foot warehouse packed full of new current year inventory for all your lawn maintenance needs. Moran stocks a full line of factory parts, and they service everything they sell, offering top names like Grasshopper, Hustler, and Country Clipper. Moran stands behind their quality service with thousands of customers using their products daily. Moran's Lawn & Garden, servicing the entire Twin Lakes area.
Jim Brown Company keeps you cool when it's hot and warm when it's not. A trusted name in the mountain home community, Jim Brown Company provides timely heating and cooling installation and repairs. Our certified technicians incorporate new technology on every job to provide you with the most advanced services. At our metal fabrication shop, we handle projects big and small. We've created everything from commercial ducts to custom designs.
I'd recommend Jim Brown Company to my friends and neighbors. The reason being they have high-tech equipment, their service techs are well qualified for the job that they do, and they also send me a report after all the work is done so I know exactly what my unit's doing.
By visiting our showroom, you can learn all about our heating and cooling products. We'll educate you on your options and help you decide on the right solution. For total comfort at your home or business, choose Jim Brown Company. Quality service with a family name since 1964.
When you need durable and comfortable hospital scrubs stat, you need the Uniform Shop. The Uniform Shop is the place for top quality uniforms, carrying a great selection of name brands, including Carhartt, Vera Bradley, Urbane, and Grey's Anatomy, as well as shoes from Skechers, Nursemates, Softwalk, and Landau, stethoscopes from Littman, blood pressure cuffs, scissors, name tag retractables, compression socks, paramedic VDUs, and Rocky boots. The Uniform Shop also offers customizing, embroidery, and minor alterations. Let us put you in uniforms. Shop the Uniform Shop.
Why would I recommend Hospice of the Ozarks? Because I know the people that work there, I know their hearts, and I know that their desire is to help people with the suffering and the anxiety and the things that can come with either a terminal diagnosis or a terminal condition. We want them to have a peace of heart and to have a comfort and to know that someone's there to help them through that so they can enjoy the time that they have.
Have you ever?
Yeah, it's almost 7:36, and we're visiting with the Mayor of Mountain Home, Hillrey Adams. And what next? We got some grand info here that sounds good. The park's gonna be fixed up. Things moving on.
You know, we've got the award, but we haven't got everything else we need on that yet. We're not real sure when we're going to start that project at Calista. We know we don't want that all tore up during baseball season, so it may be something, if it looks like we can get it done before, we'll try to do that. If not, we'll probably start the day season's over next spring and get that work done. It's just a matter of when they give us the green light to go to work. We also had an application in for a grant from the Blue and You Foundation, and that was to do the work at Cooper Park. We were going to put some exercise equipment around that trail. Well, they had the largest number of applications they'd ever had. They had 200, I think it was 60-something million dollars worth of requests. They approved 41 million, I believe it was, and we didn't make the cut on that one. So the work that we had identified at Cooper we want to do with that outdoor exercise equipment, we didn't have any luck with that. We got the sorry letter on that one. But we're going to go right back at them. We're going to modify that thing a little bit, and we're going to keep plugging away. And, you know, we get this.
Well, you're 1 for 2 so far. That's
one for 2.
500.
I'll take 500 batting average right there anytime right there. So, you know, but sometimes you got to ask 2 or 3 times. And, you know, there was a lot of applications and requests out there, a lot of needs. So we'll keep trying on that right there.
And what was, you said Blue and You? That's
the Blue and You Foundation. That's part of Blue Cross Blue Shield.
Oh.
And they mainly fund things that are health related, and that's what we were trying to do with that exercise equipment out there. And by next year we'll have that plan tweaked enough that hopefully we can go back in with that application. And
have you considered, I know the St. Louis Cardinal Baseball Club has got a foundation, I think it's called, I can't think now, they talk about it on the radio, but they have a deal where and it may just be for the Metro East area, the metro area of St. Louis, but the St. Louis Cardinal Foundation goes in and they make improvements to baseball fields in the area. And I just wondered if any, like you've got Kansas City Royals, St. Louis Cardinals, Cincinnati may be too far.
Constantly looking for opportunities,
Houston,
you know,
Texas,
somebody to hand us some money right there. But we got a lot of work needs to be done.
Cardinals care.
This is what we got this week, and that letter's a great start for us. So
good.
I'm real proud to get that, and that's something that, you know, day one going in, the first time I was here, we talked about improving parks. So this is going to help get that ball rolling for us right there. A few other things going on. The Highway 62 East Sewer Project that's moving from Walmart up to County Road 28. Across the old driving range property and behind Warehouse Liquor out there. That project has now finally got to past Moran's lawn equipment there. So that project's coming right along. It's slow when you're in a lot of rock. And we have had a lot of rock out there in that area. And so that project's coming right along. You know, we got that annexation done out there from the old driving range property down to Warehouse Liquor and back through Moran's, and then the Sharp property over on the north side of the highway there at County Road 28. So that project's moving right along. And then on the street side of the house, we wrapped up Long Street behind the hospital, got that turn lane in there, so that's now a 3-lane street back to the hospital parking lot back there. They built that new parking lot in the back of their building there. And so we finished up the Long Street project, and what we've done now, we're going to turn with that same crew. And if you come off of the Amon-Tilley bypass out there on Burnett, coming in towards the hospital, it's 3-lane up to about the hospice, somewhere along in there. Well, we're going to turn on Long and connect that 3-lane, so there'll be 3-lane coming off there all the way in, and then take it all the way up. I think the plans right now, we're going to take it up to Booker Drive, which is there by the original medical clinic there at behind the hospital. We'll connect with Booker right there, and that'll give us a 3-lane loop completely around the hospital. And they've already started doing some excavation work on Burnett Drive there, getting that ready right by the new hospice administration office. So if you're out in that area, there's going to be a lot of construction going on in there, and that'll be our next big project.
And the hospital was doing some parking.
They moved some parking back here. If you hadn't been back there and looked, you need to go. That's a 3-level parking lot, ground level parking lot. And it's tiered from Long Street up. They did a lot of excavation there, and they built a really nice parking lot, and got that. You know, of course, the employees are having to walk across Long Street to get in to the facility now, and that's going to be their main employee parking back here.
They have some healthy employees with how far they have to walk to work.
They should be, you know. But you know, well, that may be an inconvenience that the employee's not getting parked right at the door. I was out there the other day and I saw something that really, really impressed me. Ron Peterson, the CEO of the hospital, somebody had put a sign on a parking spot, and it's the farthest spot from the hospital. So Ron's got farther to walk than
anybody.
Right there.
Says a lot for Ron.
You know, that sent a message to me right there. But you know, it's great. It's a little inconvenience, but you know, at least I got a job. And you know, it's other than bad weather, you know, it's not going to just kill somebody that walk, but that's going to allow the hospital, by getting that parking lot back there, they've got some future expansion plans on that side by Beard Drive there, and that'll allow them to do what work they need to do by relocating that parking. That's part
How does it
of
make you feel as mayor this time of year? Let's say you're out at Cranfield Road and you're going back into Mountain Home, and you top the hill, and you can see the hospital, you can see Harps, and you can see Kent Chevrolet.
It's almost like looking at a big city, isn't it?
You know,
think,
and you just see that valley. I mean, how does it make you feel? You know,
that's a beautiful
nice
sight there. Now, it is. It's a really good sight right there.
Well, what about you, Scooter? What do you think when you see that?
See that?
Yeah,
right there.
you ought to try flying in.
Oh yeah.
By that Baxter, going headed over to Baxter Airport. It's pretty cool as you're coming in and you starting to see the hospital.
So you flying in from Lake Norfolk?
Yeah.
Yeah. Following the highway, basically.
Yeah, it's a pretty cool sight. It really is.
You know, North Arkansas Electric's got a big project going right
there.
Yeah,
I've seen it, but what are they doing?
They're moving they're going to open up their next office there, which is their fiber side of the house and internet. And they're doing a pretty big expansion right there for that. And I know they got a lot of construction going on right there around that. So that's not going to affect anything we've got in that area, you know, but it's good to see them bringing that office to Mountain Home. It's going to have some people in it. It's going to be their headquarters for next right there. Yeah. That, you know, the holiday coming up, just
Gonna be fun.
I think this weekend is going to be a good weekend here.
I do too. I'm looking forward to getting out there.
Hope it is.
I think the fun run starts at 4, and then most of the festivities around 5.
Is anybody going to run in that fun run?
Dale is.
Yeah.
Dale is.
Oh yeah.
Well, you know, Gregory Jewelers is giving a diamond to the person gets to the finish line first. Gregory's going to be putting a diamond out there for somebody.
Oh yeah.
You know.
You're doing it, aren't you, Mayor?
I don't think I can make it to the top of the hill. That's last Hospital Drive. You know, I think it's starting. I believe it's starting at the first security. Yeah, it's starting at the first security ATM parking lot, and going to go
up
reverse direction up the hill, all the way to Hospital Drive. I probably wouldn't make it from 9th Street to 8th Street. You know. Maybe they'll have a short fun run. You know, for people don't need to be out there in the first place.
Did you see all 3 of us out there with an oxygen tank trying to go past Gregory Jewelers?
They'd have to have a lot more check-in stations with donuts and coffee, and
they'd have to have a really, really big diamond at the end of that finish line for me to try that right there. But you know, I'm proud to see them participating and being a part of that.
Oh yeah.
7:45. Another break coming up. Be right back.
Have you ever noticed every time you wash your car, you end up wetter than the actual car? Next time, run down to Car Care and let the friendly staff put a smile on your face. Car Care of Mountain Home has a variety of services to clean your vehicle's needs, inside and out. From a simple wash and shine to their outstanding detailed services. Located 1525 Highway 62 East in Mountain Home. Stop by Car Care Mountain Home today, because driving a clean car always makes you feel good.
At Connor Family Funeral Home, our goal is to provide our friends and neighbors with caring, compassionate services at an affordable price. Connor Family is a full-service funeral home that offers a wide range of services to meet your family's needs and customs. We are the first on-site crematory in the area and provide many options to memorialize your loved ones and address all the details for a more personalized service. Where compassion and affordability meet, Connor Family Funeral Home in Mountain Home.
Do you know where your money goes when you give to charity? At the Salvation Army, 85 cents of every dollar stays to help those in need in our local community. Hi, I'm Captain Spaulding. The money we raise help people in the surrounding 5 counties, including Baxter, Marion, Sharp, Izzard, and Fulton. You can help by donating your unwanted items and by shopping at the Salvation Army store. Those in need get assistance with rent, utilities, sending kids to camp, and many other things. When it comes to this charity, the Salvation Army always helps those in our community.
Diatley Dental Care is a family-owned dental practice. Doctors Irvin and Christina Diatley grew up in the Twin Lakes area and are proud to serve the community. With modern treatment methods and state-of-the-art technology, they are dedicated to providing exemplary care to patients of all ages. Our compassionate team consistently receives training above and beyond the standard of care.
We're changing the way you see dentistry.
Come be a part of our dental family.
When I grow up, I want to save lives, like a superhero, and show up when people needed me.
When I grow up, I want to do animations. I want to create characters that can fly.
No matter what it is you want out of life, there is a path to get there.
When I grow up, I don't know what I want to do when I grow up. But I know I want to go to college.
Arkansas State University Mountain Home. Take your first step at asumh.edu.
7:48, finishing out the program with Hillrey Adams, our mayor of Mountain Home, and the West End. You know, over by the new Harps, we got the new park over there. Future expansions on the west side.
There's the Game and Fish has bought some property.
That's right. I forgot about that. And where's that property?
That property is between the Dollar General and Dwayne Hatta's art studio out there.
Right.
I think part of it fronts on 62 between those two, and then it goes back behind the Dollar General.
Okay.
Now, I don't know what their plans are and how soon they're going to do that. You know, they don't move real fast on some of that stuff, but they have got the property. And my understanding is that they're going to be building a new headquarters for the Game and Fish out there.
Are they replacing one that's downtown behind the old First Baptist Church?
Yeah, all that stuff down there.
So what's going to happen? Is that county or city? What's
I believe
that?
all that's owned by the county. I'm pretty sure it is. I don't think I've got any of it.
Even the old First Baptist Church at 6th Street?
Yeah.
That would be county?
Yeah, all that's county. So all of that belongs to them, and the Game and Fish, you know, it may be a couple, 3 years. I have no idea when they're going to do it, but I think by them doing that and the service they're going to need out there, that's going to kind of spark some growth out in that area there.
Well, sure.
You know,
but then once they
when
vacate
do
the
that.
downtown area, you know, you've got the old First Baptist Church at 6th Street that faces the bank, and then the property directly behind that.
Right.
So that could clear up maybe 3.
It could
square
open up
blocks.
some opportunities right down in there.
Because I
and,
think
you know,
the county judge said at one point they're still looking for the money to knock down the old church because it's in bad shape.
and the health department down there. So, you know, they had looked at that years ago. So that'll be something for the county to decide right there. You know, we don't have anything to any of that property or anything. But I think we're going to see some stuff on the west side of town, especially once that Game and Fish thing gets started out there. Maybe beforehand, you know, I don't know, but some prime property out there.
What about
sure.
new housing starts? Seem like there's not any.
They're pretty slow. They're pretty slow.
So what happened? I remember in the 80s, my dad was a carpenter, and they at one time they would have 80 houses going at one time in various stages of being built. You know, they were just, I guess they call them spec homes or customs. You know, I guess they didn't.
I know
There'll be more
there's
spec homes, I guess.
there's one going in right now up there. I think it's in that Chestnut Hill subdivision.
Where's that at?
Up at the end of Commerce, back to the right of Commerce,
Oh, I forgot
past
about that,
Willowbrook up in there. There's one up there right now. It is pretty slow.
See, we've
and
had
I
the Big
guess
Creek
it's,
area. You've had that.
You know,
then you had the Indian Creek.
Individual, you know, other than that project at Professional Property Management, Tom Inbox going on 16.
Yeah.
And he is, that thing is really going out there. He's selling a lot of those units, and he can't put them up as quick as he needs to right now. So that's good. You know, that's some good growth for us right there. I don't know what's going to take to kickstart residential housing. You know, I mean, that's a high risk there that those builders take, and that thing sit there for months or years and don't sell it building spec homes. You know, I'm just not in tune with those guys that take those chances enough to know, you know, what it would take to increase. You know, there was a developer came in this year, came to the Planning Commission. He got his initial plat approval, preliminary plat they call it, for a project on Arkansas. And I think it had about 45 or 50 single family homes in it. So we got the preliminary approval, and we haven't seen that project come back before the planning committee yet. So I don't know, he's probably working on things that, you know, have to be done prior to that, actually getting kicked off there. And maybe this coming year he'll start that project. That'd be a good one for us right there.
How important is the census going to be to the city of Mountain Home?
It's going to be huge, Dale. We're going to start probably in January sometime, really educating folks about that census. We need every penny the city of Mountain Home does in the county, just like any other town. You know, we get a lot of funding comes as a result of that census, and we need to really do a good job of making sure we get everybody counted and get things reported. I know Tina Gregory there in office has already been through 2 or 3 sessions. There's a committee been put together trying to educate the public about it. So they're doing some behind the scenes work right now trying to get ready. And you'll see us at any opportunity we can, probably sometime January, ramping that up and doing anything we can to educate the public. You know, it's going to be a different census than it has been. You know, I can remember years ago when you had somebody walking the streets and knock on every single door. Yeah. Well, now with the online, the things you'll be able to get in the mail and stuff, you know, the hope is that they don't have to have as many people on the street and knock on as many doors. But we want to encourage people to go ahead and complete the census, because you're helping the city, and
Yep.
when you do that. And the fact that you may not want to do that, all you're doing is hurting this community when you do that.
That's true.
Take the time, fill it out. You know, there's not anybody trying to keep up with you or track you or nothing like that. You know, this time, well, not this time, it was in January last year, when I first got in here. We initially made some changes with our youth baseball program. We're going to be back and do the exact same program this year. The City of Mountain Home Parks and Recreation Department will be handling baseball, but this year, in addition to baseball, we will be sponsoring the softball. Girls softball up at Keller Park. We will be running that program this year too. So we're increasing the load for those people in that Parks Department a little bit, but we're going to take over that program as well this coming year, and we'll be running all youth sports in right there from the City Parks Department right there. We got some announcements that'll be coming out about that shortly.
Okay.
Registration dates and all that kind of stuff will be coming up. You know, we're going to be in the middle of December here in a day or two, and then you got the holiday, and then, you know, we're hoping to open up our registrations and stuff like that for those sports by the middle of January sometime. So we still got time to get the word out about that, but that is coming for us this coming year as well out there.
About 4 more minutes.
Well, I'll tell you what, I just want to take again an opportunity to remind people the season we're in here. You know, it's going to be a very busy time. You know, all these people that are doing this, trying to find these Christmas gifts. Hey, let's buy them right here in Mountain Home.
Yeah.
If you can at all get it here in town, let's support these local businesses. This is like harvest time for them, and they need your help right now. And, you know, if you can at all find something here in this community, do it here, because it helps us in the long run. But, you know, I want to wish everybody, you know, a Merry Christmas, Happy Holiday season, and be safe and be careful. There's going to be a lot of folks having Christmas parties or New Year's Eve parties by the time I see y'all again, and we want them to enjoy the season, but we want them to be very safe in doing so, and be very careful out there with whatever events they get involved in right there, and take care of themselves in the town. You know, we've seen a lot of improvements downtown, and we've worked real hard this year to try to do some things. Get down there Friday night and support this event, and that gives them the fuel they need to keep it going.
You're in Bull Shoals or Lakeview or Norfolk, Gainesville, come on down, come on up, whatever.
Yeah,
come on in.
Come up and see it, you know, and I have no idea exactly what all the chambers got planned. I couldn't tell you who all's entered in the parade and things like that, but we want to keep those things growing. This is going to be a good addition to it, and come out and support that, and that'll fuel that energy we need to make it even bigger and better next year. And, you know, as far as we know, there is, according to what the chambers told me, there's not an actual Christmas festival in the state of Arkansas.
Really?
As far as a Christmas festival designated. You got the Apple Blossom Festival, you got the Tomato Festival in Warren, you got all these things, red, white, and blue here in Mountain Home. But if I understood the chamber right, there's not a true Christmas festival like what we're putting on this Friday night. And so we're hoping that that's going to grow into a great event for us at this time of year.
Sounds good. So it kicks off at 4 o'clock Friday
4
evening, the
o'clock
6th.
Friday.
And what time does the parade start? 5:30?
The parade will start, the fun run starts at 5:35, I believe, and then the parade starts at 6. And once that parade's over with, it normally takes about an hour to pass the courthouse there. Then somewhere in the 7:15 range is the target time to actually have the tree lighting there on the square, or on the Veterans Plaza. And if you hadn't been by there and didn't get by there yesterday and see that, drive by.
It's gonna be cool.
That's a 30-something foot Christmas tree.
And broadcasting.
Yeah, we'll be broadcasting the parade part of it. I think the Christmas tree part of it. I'm not sure how many clips we're going to get outside of there, but
you know, it's just we're hoping that, like you said in the beginning, Dale, you know, there's nothing wrong with tradition.
Yeah.
But sometimes you need to modify them a little bit. And so we're really hoping this kicks off something that we'll have a long run here in Mountain Home.
Hope to see everybody Friday night on the square. Have a great day. See you tomorrow.